Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Pep Talk. Time now for our week in review. Actually, we don't have any highlights to go over because the high school football season has not begun yet, but in just a few weeks we'll start doing that. But in the meantime, I have a very special guest. His name is Ted Pritchard, and for some very good reason, he decided to change his name to Thrasher. And you may listen to him at KNAC 105.5 in the mornings from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Ted, welcome to the program.
Willie, thanks for having me.
Thrasher, I love the name. First of all, why Thrasher?
Right. I got it in Florida. First of all, in my radio career, I started out in North Carolina, small stations, worked all up and down the East Coast, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia. And while in Florida, working at a rock station, at the tender age of about 30, I was learning how to skateboard from some kids that lived down the street from me in Clearwater Beach. And totally munched, face plant right on the pavement, and busted out these 4 teeth. And they, at that point, said, "Oh, you're a real thrasher, huh?"
So
and that was it.
Thus the nickname Thrasher.
So when I got on the metal station out here at KNAC, that's what we had to use.
So did someone back in Florida say, "Go west, young man, you've got the perfect face for radio"?
No. Said that early on. But I had been, that was my goal, to get to Los Angeles from the outset. It took like 8 or 9 years to make it happen. But.
And Long Beach is pseudo Los Angeles at this point. And
Southern California was the goal, so you got to watch what you ask for. You got to be more specific. I worked uptown for a while, Pirate Radio and KLOS and those things. But to be back at KNAC after a pretty lengthy career is great.
Now, is KNAC your kind of music, the
absolutely
heavy rock?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's I, like I said, started in rock stations and worked in rock stations for the whole time. And when I got a chance to work on a station like KNAC, which at the time, essentially in the mid-'80s, late '80s, was experimental and very cutting edge at that time. It was, it's a great feeling. It's a great thing to add to your career.
Now, some of the folks at home might be wondering why we have Thrasher on the program. That's because he not only takes a look at sports in the morning, usually between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning, but I get the opportunity to provide these sports trivia questions. So we're going to go ahead and roll in a tape so you get an idea of what it sounds like when he does the sportscast and I ask the trivia question. Now, at the end of the segment, you're going to hear a trivia question, and the person who calls in and gets the correct answer
hold those call letters up there, Willie.
That's right.
Get them on.
Gets this KNAC T-shirt. So
on there.
Call in, win the T-shirt, watch the segment. Go ahead and roll it.
A minute. KNAC Sports is brought to you by the LA Blades. Blades' next game is tomorrow night against Las Vegas. And Saturday night, I'll be making an appearance down there for photo night. So it's going to be a big week down there. Dodgers took a big hit up in San Francisco. Man, what has gone wrong with the relief pitching with our team? Well,
I don't think they had any relief pitching from the beginning, and the fact that Todd Worrell has basically grown a big puddle underneath him, I think the Dodgers are in big trouble.
Hershiser, the loser, in all fairness, however, he was only down 5-3 when he was yanked, and it was the relievers who gave up the rest of the runs.
Yeah, but Matt Williams hit a bomb.
Yeah, his 38th. I think he leads the league. Am I correct?
Yes, indeed.
It's the 9th loss out of the last 12 games to the Dodgers, who are now only 1 game ahead of Colorado, 1.5 games ahead of the Giants. Oakland smoked the Angels 6-0, and I understand the Angels are trying to pick up a closer before this weekend. Here's the 4 names that I've heard: Rick Aguilera of the Twins, John Wetland of Montreal, Randy Myers of the White Sox, Jeff Montgomery of Kansas City. Who do you think they'll get?
I'd like them to get Wetland. He's still young, and he's still got a career in front of him. But these other guys, I mean, they're all legitimate closers, but it's going to be a sale that's going to cost them.
Probably be a good deal on one of the other 3 then, huh? Jackie Joyner-Kersee won the heptathlon, which would be 8, 9.
Heptathlon 5.
5. Okay.
Or is that 7?
God knows. I think it is 7. Well, she won all of them. In St. Petersburg, Russia. It's the Goodwill Games. But not without controversy. Listen to this. A fan spilled beer on her javelins, which she had piled up over there sort of close to the stands over there, which caused the Russians to accuse her of wetting the handles for extra grip.
I like that. That's creative, at least.
That's a new one. She won anyway. The Lakers signed number 1 draft choice Eddie Jones of Temple to a deal believed to be worth $13.5 million over 6 years. AC Green has re-signed with the Suns. Michael Schumacher, Formula One's top driver, was suspended for 2 weeks by the International Automobile Federation for breaking the circuit's rules. He passed another driver during a warm-up lap and ignored a black flag during the British Grand Prix. A definite no-no. And now on to trivia. We've got, it's a road trip for Metallica. We're going to send you down to San Diego to see one of their upcoming shows. All you need to do is answer this KNAC Sports Trivia question, and our pal Willie Padilla from Pep Talk, Channel 3, CBI Cable here in Long Beach, here in person to deliver the question today.
And today's sports trivia question is, when was the last time the World Series was played in one state? Last time the World Series was played in one state. Fairly recent.
Got it?
That's an easy one. That's easy one.
Easy.
Call in, get the correct answer, win this T-shirt, KNAC T-shirt, 105.5 FM, and you can listen to him. Obviously, John Craig, who usually listens to, shall we say, softer music, his ear does not go that high on the dial, but...
he's a headbanger. Look at him. Anything you want. Yes, sir.
One of the interesting things in listening to your program is the fact that you are very sports-oriented. You're very hip to sports.
For that segment. And the reason being is because the audience is. A great segment of the rock audience is very into sports. Now, they're to the degree of a sports fan that I am, which means that I watch television, I'll listen to the radio, I'll read the newspaper, but I'm not sitting there studying the statistics. I went to school with some guys, took notes. They wanted to be sportscasters, that kind of thing. I'm not that intense, so I'm pretty dependent on the guys that really know to get the the inside information, particularly for something like trivia. I could never dream that stuff up.
Well, there's trivia and trivial. Let's go ahead and take the call from Larry. Larry, do you have a question for Thrasher?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say, Larry, my name is Larry Gine, Thrasher. I'm one of your buddies.
All right, Larry.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say that your show is just great. I think Mike Stark rules, and that Roger the Naked guy is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. I met him a couple times.
This guy's a real listener then, because he knows everything.
Yeah, dude. Okay, basically, I just want to say your show is great, and I think the addition of Willie is a fun addition to the already fine sports programming.
I like it. Larry, you're already a big hit in mine.
Get the checkbook.
Okay, just a question for Thrasher. Have you ever met Slayer at all?
No.
You haven't
Actually,
met Slayer?
yes, I have, because I go to Kings games, and Tom Araya from Slayer goes to all the Kings games. He's a season ticket holder, right?
Okay, well, do you have any tips? I mean, I have a hard time keeping my batting elbow up straight when I'm playing softball, so do you have any tips for me?
Get more sleep. Get a job. Get a life. That's what you do. Larry, get out of here.
You're worrying a little too much about that swing, but I tell you what, you got to go to the batting cage and spend a few bucks. But anyway, in your program, you do spend a lot of time on sports in that particular segment, and you seem to like sports. What would you say is your favorite sport? I know baseball's got to be killing you.
Baseball absolutely is my favorite sport. It's really the only thing that I ever played consistently throughout my lifetime. I actually played a little bit of college ball, too, back in North Carolina. Not to any great success, but I did it. I couldn't hit an 85-mile-an-hour fastball was my big problem, so you're pretty much done, So you get to college, you can't. You got to hit. That's the way the deal is. But baseball might be my favorite sport. In terms of being a fan, it's football now. Nolan Harrison is actually a friend of ours from the Los Angeles Raiders, and comes in and does our show on Mondays after the games. And so when Nolan comes around, you're a Raider fan.
Now, talk about participating in sports. It sounds like you did a little bowling today, a little motorcycle mishap.
I did. Well, actually, I'm a walking public service announcement today, Willie, because I am a novice motorcycle rider. I took all the classes. I've done everything right. I'm a safe rider. I wear the helmet. I wear all the gear. I became a statistic today, and the statistics are when you're first learning to ride and you get into your mental safe zone, back close to your house. You forget what's going on, and I forgot the basic rule. That is, people turn left in front of you, and that's the most dangerous thing. I grabbed the front brake. It was on an oil slick. The bike was leaned over a little bit, and down it went. Thank God I wasn't going much more than 10 miles an hour. So
that four-letter
keep the rubber side down.
It said that four-letter word, oops.
Yeah, oops.
Okay, listen to Thrasher on KNAC 105.5 FM, and you can listen to him on every morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And you can listen to the sports trivia question usually between 7:40, 7:45, and I usually provide it as long as I get up on time, so you can go ahead and listen to that. I want to thank you again.
Thanks, Willie.
Stay with us. More on Pep Talk in
See you, Larry.
just a few moments.
Thanks for calling.
John and Jeff.